Welcome back, Undead. It is Graveyard here, and with the release of Shattered Veil a few days ago, I've been playing this map pretty much non-stop. I've done the Easter egg twice now, and yeah, this is going to be my review of the map and what I think, my pros, the cons, what I like, what I dislike, and I'm just going to tell you what I think about this map. And I have a little list here of points I want to talk about throughout the video. So I'll list them here just to make it easier. So you know what I'm going to talk about, and yeah, just get my thoughts together. Overall, I will say just right off the bat, I love this map. It's really cool. I love how big it is. I love I do like the wonder weapons a lot, even though they're reused, and the boss is incredible. So there's just my, right off the bat, thoughts on the map. So we're going to start with map size and depth, secret rooms, and atmosphere. So the map size is very big, and it feels great to have a huge map. You start in this spawn room that is relatively big. I love the design of it. I like how there's a little bridge there. I just love how it feels overgrown and also a little gritty outside. And then you have two paths, right to left. There's a greenhouse, which is very cool. We'll get back to that. And to the right, you have this kind of altar section, which we'll get back to that as well. Both important spots. They're all significant as well, which is nice. And you eventually get up to the mansion, and the mansion just outside, it looks gorgeous. It looks like a haunted mansion. It looks great. I love it. When you get inside, there is the T-Rex skeleton right there, and the room looks huge. The T-Rex looks imposing, and it just looks great. There's these two staircases that remind me of Kino der Toten a bit, and just makes the flow very good throughout this part. This might be my favorite training room. Right outside of it is probably the best training area, but I like being in here because you can go up on the railing as well, and it reminds me of 5 as well. So it's almost like they took Kino's stairs and a little open area there, the theater, and they put 5's railings up top, which is it's really nice combo. I like it a lot. So it feels great to move in that room, and the atmosphere is really good. I will say this might sound like a negative, and it seems like it is a negative from a lot of people, but I do like how this map is pretty much really confusing. When you get upstairs, there's so many rooms, and I will say they look pretty similar, but the atmosphere is still there. It still feels like you're traversing through a haunted mansion, but each room has its own significance. Like you have Richtofen's room, you have the nursery room. There's a bunch of Easter eggs you can do in those two rooms alone. And I don't know. I just like how I have to figure out where to go every time I play. I do feel confused once I get up to that point, but I eventually get the hang of it. There's still maps in other older Black Ops games that I'll get confused when I play sometimes, like Origins and Mob of the Dead. They're some of my favorite maps of all time, and some of the best. But I'll still get, stuck around a corner sometimes. I don't know where to go. I'll just forget. I haven't played in a while, and they're huge maps. And here, I get that similar feeling, and I like that feeling. I like that feeling of exploration. I don't want it to be all planned out. I don't want it to just be 3 lanes, and I could just go 3 ways, and it all meets in the same spot. No, I don't really like that map philosophy. I know it's safe, and it's easy to understand, but I like where there's so many zigzagging paths, and then there's these little shortcuts as well. It just feels great. I like how there's multiple balconies. I like when you're standing outside of the mansion, you can see the balconies and you can actually go there. Unlike on Citadel de Mor, this was like one of my biggest criticisms of the map, is that you can see like the top of the castle where you could possibly stand up there from the outside, but no, you could never get up there, unlike Dreisendrach where you could. But in this map, you look and you can go there, so it's good. It feels like you're actually exploring the map. It's not like you're just in the center part of the castle in Citadel de Mor and that's it, right? It feels like Citadel de Mor was just cut short and there was not enough rooms. It didn't feel like you're going through a full castle. It just felt like a little tease. This is what Citadel Daymore should have felt like. Full-fledged, you know, map. So many rooms, so many places to go. And once you get through to the back, we have double tap. Double tap in this map is, I'm just going to segue to double tap here for a second. Double tap in this map is incredible. It makes your gun do a lot more damage. The fire rate is great. I love how you can get even more fire rate if you use a different augment. So you get like, you know, double fire rate on top of the double tap as well. And it just does more damage. It's great. It's classic double tap 2.0 with a mix of 1.0, and I love that spec. And it gives you more points. It kind of fixes the point system a bit too. So it just improves on all maps. So you can get out of the Wonder Fizz. It's going to make every map better, which is great. Love to have perks like that. The atmosphere is great. You go from this creepy mansion up top, and then you come all the way down to this science laboratory and facility that feels desolated. It feels secretive. And you get this, like, you know, floating orb eye of Samantha, it's AI, and the lines she says are kind of funny as well. So it's great contrast there. You got the haunted mansion, and then you got the, you know, scientist basement downstairs, and you know there's just so many secrets down there. Once you get all the way down, you can see that there's an armory down there with the Ray Gun Mark II, and you just know you could get that for free, which is great. I love that. So the map overall is very well designed. You can feel that they wanted to try what they did before with older maps, not like Cold War, not like the recent Black Ops 6 maps. This feels like Dead of the Night, which I really love that map. I know I feel like it's underrated. I love that map. And it feels like Alpha Omega, and they smushed them together, mostly because of the ray gun variants, but they smushed them together and they made this incredible map that has great atmosphere and replayability, and it just feels full-fledged. It feels like a full map. They gave the dino enough to eat, and its belly's full, and I love to be in it. So the Wonder Weapons. So we have the Ray Gun Mark II and we have the Wunderwaffe. The Ray Gun Mark II in this is really good. You can get it for free by doing a little Easter egg quest, and that's always great to see. Whenever there's a Wonder Weapon on a map, I feel like they should always have an Easter egg quest so you can guarantee to get it instead of just getting it randomly out of the box. But I also feel like the Wunderwaffe, it's good that it has an Easter egg quest, but I wish they left that one out and you could just get it out of the box. So you had to spin the box, right? But whatever, you can get both of them through Easter egg quests. The Ray Gun Mark II, however, is mandatory, and it's not difficult to get at all, but its variants are a little difficult. I will say, so the Mark W, the blue one, the submachine gun one, is pretty easy. And the submachine gun variant is very good. I think it's the best one in the map, in my opinion. The other ones are good too, but this one, whenever you shoot it, it just feels really OP. This feels like the Ray Gun Mark II from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. I feel like the base version in this game is not as OP, probably because you can upgrade them. And then comparing it to the dual wield from Alpha Omega, I think it's actually better than the dual wield from Alpha Omega, because its additional effects is it has Wraithfire. Whenever the Wraithfire activates, it kind of does this AoE effect, kills the zombies around it, and then when the zombies walk through it, they instantly die, and it lasts a good amount of time, and the cooldown is not that long either. So you get this additional effect, which is very great. It's also a nice callback to Black Ops 4's Wraithfire grenades, which were OP as hell. So I like that little DNA there. The second ray gun, it's like the poisonous ray gun. I can't remember what it's called exactly. And this one is probably my second favorite. Once you shoot it, it's like a rifle. So you're like, oh, it's not that good. It's pretty slow. But it will drop a cloud, and it's really good because it'll stay there for a surprising amount of time. It'll stay kind of on the ground, almost like the KT-4 from Black Ops 3. And it will instantly kill zombies. It's very good. I like it. It stays a lot longer than the Wraithfire. It does good penetration damage as well, so it's very good. And then the shotgun variant, it's like purple. Once you get that, it has this, the shotgun blast is very good. And it drops this sigil. When you stand in it, you get invulnerability. It seems to not activate all that much, and also you need to stand still inside of it, and that is a risk, especially when it stops working. All the zombies will just hit you at once and you might go down, so it's very risky. It's definitely the worst in my opinion, but yeah, the ray guns, I love them a lot. They're very good in this map. They're fun to upgrade. I like how they're tied to the main Easter egg through the portraits as well. They don't seem forced. It doesn't seem like it was a cheap copy and paste or whatever. It always seemed like they were meant for this map, and I'm glad they made it unique. I want to use the ray gun every single time in this map. And the Wunderwaffe is just the classic Wunderwaffe. I can't tell if it was buffed or nerfed or anything like that. It just kills, and it kills well, and it kills a lot of zombies. I can't tell how many. I want to say around the same amount, 25 to 30 or so. So you kind of have to spam it a bit, but it's still very good. No complaint there. And you can get through an Easter egg quest like I mentioned earlier. And big W's on the Wonder Weapons. I know they're reused, but they're fun and they're very good. And especially when you're holding the Wunderwaffe, I love the little sounds it makes. It sounds so alien. It sounds alive.
Never seen a remodel go so fast.
I really like when they give that to Wonder Weapons, give them a little extra personality. Now from Wonder Weapons, I want to talk about boss zombies. The Elder Disciple, I felt a little disappointed when I saw that would be the new quote-unquote boss zombie for this map. It was just going to be the Disciple from Cold War, and that enemy was really annoying. He was just he would just float there and buff zombies and just shock you as well, and he was just really annoying. But now in this map, I feel like he was always meant for this map. He has this new menacing design, like this sorcerer zombie look, and it's very cool. It fits the Haunted Mansion aesthetic very well. The Elder Disciple, you'll know when he comes into the map because there will be these little sigils that fly through the air with this like white stream of magical energy. And it looks, it just looks pretty cool. I love the new redesign of him. He does buff zombies like before, but he also spawns in a whole bunch of zombies. So he's like a summoner, or like a necromancer. So you have to really focus on him. And I like that aspect. I like how you have to find him and take him out as fast as possible. Once you kill him, all the zombies he spawned in immediately die, sends out the shockwave. The effects are just so good on this boss. Sent out shockwave, kills all of them. And I like this little detail. Once he's about to die or he's low health, he'll look more Lovecraftian, and he kind of looks like the I'm forgetting what they're called, but from Black Ops 3, you know, the squid, the keepers. He kind of looks like a keeper, but more menacing. I really like his design. He's badass looking. So good boss zombie. Really like him. And we also have the Doppelgast coming back, of course. The Doppelgast only comes back if you let like a parasite evolve or a vermin evolve into it. And you have to fight one for the Easter egg to get the Ray Gun Mark II, you know, once you unlock it downstairs, which is fine. Like, Doppelgasts are no problem. I don't mind them. The Amalgam, you have to fight it for the Easter egg once you're doing the green Ray Gun step ritual, but it's no big deal. And honestly, I never got grabs doing the Easter egg twice already. I never got grabbed by the Amalgam, and he's pretty easy, so no complaints honestly. And the Amalgam will spawn in sometimes during the map if you don't kill the Elder Disciple fast enough, but that's honestly very rare. The bosses, there's no boss spam. I love it a lot. There's no boss spam. Thank you, Treyarch. Thank you so much. The last new boss type zombie, we have new dog rounds. And I was very concerned because I thought it would just be vermin rounds again. But no, we have straight up new max ammo rounds. And it's toxic zombies. And I also thought at first it was just going to be these overwhelming zombies that are going to spawn almost every round, probably after round 15. It's just going to be so annoying. They're going to explode once they see you. But no, when you fight them on the max ammo round, they don't explode immediately when they get to you. They hit you. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed, I can't see crap. It's just when you kill them, they explode. But they're also a little difficult because they spawn in so many. And when you kill them, they leave a mist of poison around. They're just so much better than the parasites. They feel a little difficult. They feel more like akin to the hellhounds. So I really like it. I like how when they're running behind you, you can hear their little bones clinking and clanking like Legos. Sounds like when you're playing with Legos as a kid. And it's because I guess they're skeletons. So, but good new max ammo round. I really like it. So bosses overall very good. I'm impressed. Even though it's not wholly new boss zombies, this is how they should have been from the beginning. Now the main Easter egg, I'm not gonna go through all the steps or whatever, but the main Easter egg is a little annoying. I'll be completely honest. It's not perfect like I'm making everything else to seem right. The Easter egg, there's so many steps and so many collectibles, it kind of drives me a little nuts, but I also appreciate it because there's a lot to do, so you'll probably never get bored of it. But you have to upgrade all the ray guns, which is fine. It's a bit like Sildel Daymore, which is okay. That was fun with the swords. But after that, the little portrait steps, even though it's cool, it's not just the ray gun upgrades, and then you have to do a little bit more after. They're a little annoying, especially the one where you have to do Aether Shroud, even though apparently there's a way to charge your Aether Shroud through an Easter egg. But you have to go into your Aether Shroud and you have to find these 3 items, and it's just so it's not that difficult, but it's just a little tedious because you might have to go a few rounds to get your Aether Shroud back. But I don't know, it's just a little annoying. Also, just kind of another complaint, when you're trying to upgrade the Mark W, like I said, when you have to do the final step of that, and there's a whole bunch of vermin spawning in, the game kind of just says F you and spawns so many, and also disciples for some reason, and it's just like, damn, this is hard as hell, and it kind of discouraged me the first time around, to be honest, and I didn't like it. But it's okay, like it's harder, you just gotta prepare. It was my first time playing the map, but a little annoying as well. But with the main Easter egg, one thing I very much appreciate about it is the little hidden areas of the map. It makes the map even bigger. It feels like you're going through secret rooms that were cut off of the blueprints of this haunted mansion. And there's a little Simon Says Easter egg you can do with this lamp. And then once you complete that, it opens this little cellar that, the wall moves down. You can see all the dust come off. It looks great. Once you get down there, there's another portrait. So you got to do the Mark W's little side quest there. You find there's a mangler as well. I forgot to mention that, but it's only here and he's easy as hell. Like, there might as well not even be a mangler there. Don't even think about it. So, and then the other one is all associated, from the Mark II's upgrade quest. The other little cool hidden pathway is for the purple, the shotgun ray gun variant. You have to put this bomb you get from the crates around the map, which is a little annoying as well. I have to point that out. You have to get this bomb and it'll randomly drop from the crates around the map. You have to keep shooting. There's so many, so there's potential that you won't even get it until later into the rounds. So make sure you're looking out for those. Once you get the bomb, go down there and to the around the armory area. You'll blow up in a hole, and down there's like a really cool, almost like Indiana Jones little refractor Easter egg you do to get the purple ray gun variant. And there's also a nice little Easter egg I'm not really sure why they threw this in here, but it's nice. They have they have the huge worm boss from MWZ from Modern Warfare 3, the zombies mode. So that's pretty cool. I never fought it, honestly, before I even got to it. I kind of fell out of that game. I was just getting annoying that we didn't have traditional zombies, but now we do. So it's cool that we had the worm inside of there, the little statue. I thought we were gonna fight it at first, which would have been awesome. That would have been a cool mid boss, but I guess there's already so many sort of mid bosses in this map with the like the Mangler and then the Amalgam and the Doppelgas. And when you're in that room, you have to fight 3 Doppelgas, which is kind of ridiculous. You have to fight Doppelgas a lot throughout the Easter egg in this map, so that's kind of a complaint as well. So just overall, the depth of the map, the secret rooms, how it feels alive. The main Easter egg is very it's like half and half for me. Like, it's fun to do, but there's so many things to do, and you can get lost and you might have to look up a guide a lot. Yeah, there's that. Going down to my last section here, we have the ending cutscenes and the boss. The ending cutscene is very good. I'm not much of a story guy, to be honest, but it is really cool seeing Rick talking. And also when he's talking to you throughout the Easter egg when you're doing it, it gave me a little chills. I've been playing Black Ops since Black Ops 1. Or not Black Ops. I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 1. So it's really nice to just hear Nolan North's voice again as Richtofen. Even though the scene is a bit wonky, like the faces don't look great. Call of Duty's always had this like uncanny claymation kind of like animation when it comes to their cutscenes and stuff and their action scenes. But here, the dialogue is really good. We understand what Richtofen wants now, how he's trying to resurrect his family through a Sentinel artifact. And he explains, you know, what Weaver did to his family and stuff. So he almost has like the Punisher's background, which is funny because I'm watching the Punisher right now. Anyways, how they killed his family and they were trying to kill him instead and they messed up. That cutscene is really nice. They break out of this like liminal space they're stuck in, I guess, and then once they get out, there's they all react, they get afraid, and there's this huge dinosaur skeleton comes alive and then starts, you know, it's like a Jurassic Park scene. They grab the vehicle, they all jump into the vehicle to hide, and then it grabs the vehicle, chomps it down, throws it into this unique arena for the boss, which is great as well. And your team falls into the pit down below. Richtofen is up on the cliff above, and he kind of just sits up there and helps you fight throughout the boss, which is really cool. And also when you're fighting throughout, he dropped a self revive for me. He kept dropping shields for me as well. So that's nice. I like how Richtofen is fighting with you. Also, they gave him a little health bar, even though I don't think he can die, which is kind of funny. But the boss overall, I think really good. Even though very, very simple. I was afraid there was going to be like an insta-kill phase where you have to hide behind the rocks, but if you miss it, you instantly die and the game is over. I'm actually glad that's not there. That was with the Patient 13 boss, and I don't know. That always turns my stress up crazy. I have anxiety problems. I'm glad it doesn't have that. You just kind of shoot his eye. That's his crit spot. And then when he sucks up toxic zombies, he gets like toxic breath, puts on the ground, shoot his stomach, and then it goes away. That's also a crit spot when he's eating those things. But the main complaint for the boss, even though it's cool, the aesthetic is great. Everyone's been wanting to fight zombie dinosaurs for so long. You know, the community's been saying, you know, if you've done Extinction, you've done Aliens, it was crap. We have zombies. Why don't you just do a dinosaur survival mode, right? And then here we finally get a little taste of that, and it's awesome. It's intimidating. It looks creepy as hell. I will say, others have pointed this out, the dinosaur coming alive doesn't really make any sense. It just kind of happens. There was no like hint throughout the whole Easter egg until like you jump into the car trying to avoid the dinosaur. Richtofen says something about it. I can't even remember what he says, but he mentions like liminal space, blah blah blah. I can't remember, but whatever. Something triggers it to transform. Now you're fighting it. The main complaint about this boss I have is, I guess it's last phase where it's just all glowing green and it's pissed and it's sprinting at you. You can't out sprint it like at all. You can barely outslide it if you have PhD slider. So PhD slider is required for this boss, to be honest. And if you don't have that, you're screwed. You have to, I figured this out in my second attempt, but the rocks around the arena, you have to kind of train around it and sort of subvert it throughout you know, running around those rocks. So that helps quite a bit. So I get the design there, but it's still too fast. So you have to kind of wait until it stops to eat zombies or shoot out toxic, you know, crap on the toxic puke on the ground to shoot it. And then you just don't have that much time. I actually failed it the second time, even though I was so close to killing it. Kind of annoyed me, but it's also really cool. And then the ending cutscene is great as well, even though I don't really have footage right now, but I beat it the first time on my stream, and it's a cool cutscene. It gets you a little hyped for the next zombies map, even though I thought it would be kind of boring. The next zombies map is just these industrial towers, but we'll see how good it is. Anyways, the map is really cool. We haven't had a map this in depth since Black Ops 4 with Dead of the Night and like Ancient Evil and stuff, which are my two favorite ones from those games. There's plenty of Easter eggs. Also, I haven't done like any of the side Easter eggs, but a few I've seen. There's one where Samantha can turn into a trap and she can shoot this giant laser beam, and you can keep calling that in as well. And if you're in that room, it just destroys zombies. That's awesome. I can't wait to do that one. I did do the Wonderwaff one recently, like just before recording this video. I'll say it was a little annoying because you had to shoot these blocks and this little energy cloud flying around. And I will say, when you're doing that, use the shotgun ray gun. Use it. It will be so much easier. I thought maybe that's even what they were hinting at, because the cloud is purple, so maybe it wants you to use purple ray gun. If you use that, it's a walk in the park, and then you get a free Wonderwaff from the elevator. And the Wonderwaff, awesome. So overall, this map is great. Aesthetic, A+. Story is pretty interesting. I forgot to mention, when you're sucking up the souls from those ghosts throughout the Easter egg, it reminded me of Shadows of Evil as well. I like that little Shadows of Evil DNA when you're putting it in the Sentinel artifacts and stuff. It's like the summoning key from Shadows of Evil. That was awesome. And yeah, I highly recommend this map. It is my favorite Black Ops 6 map. I've been playing it nonstop, but I want to play it again right now. I just don't want to stop playing, even though I have, you know, responsibilities and stuff I need to do. So, you know, being a grown adult, you can't play video games all day anymore, unfortunately. But definitely the next chance I get, I'm going to play more of this map. So you can tell just from how I'm talking, I love this map a lot. This is like a 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10 map for me. And especially with the Black Ops 6 system, I never thought I'd like this map that much, but somehow it just all works. It all works. So let me know what you guys think about the Shattered Veil map. Do you like it as much as I do? What are your complaints with it? What do you like about it? Is the boss too difficult? Is it bad? Is it good? Put your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. I might do a bit of guides, so see you guys later. Goodbye.